Everyone. Today we're going to have another episode of our webinar series, and we have Mr. Ravi Malapati. He's the country manager South India and Maharashtra and Sri Lanka for Southern Cross University. So, Ravi, thanks for taking time to be with us today.
My pleasure joining you today.
Today is a very special day, and we are about to get into our holidays and all, but and all sort of things are happening. But meanwhile, people are still thinking about, okay, can we fly? Can we don't fly to Australia? That's one of the questions that we will be answering. But before that, Ravi, I would like to know about Southern Cross University. Can you brief us through that?
Sure, definitely. So, Southern Cross University is one of the regional universities in Australia. We have three main campuses across Australia. So, the main campuses are at Gold Coast, which is in Queensland, and Lismore, which is in New South Wales, and Coffs Harbour. So, these are the three main campuses which are across Australia. So I'll just share a slide which actually can give you more information about Southern Cross University. Just give me a moment. Here we go. So Southern Cross University rankings. So recently, according to the Good University Guide 2021, we have been given 5-star ratings for different disciplines. One of them is 5-star rating for student support, 5-star rating for social equality. Also, we are rated as #1 university in Australia for overall international student support. And this is definitely something every international student is looking at. Also, we are ranked as top 150 young universities globally, which are aged below 50 years. And officially, we have more than 23 different key research areas of research. Yeah, so that's basically about Southern Cross University.
Okay, right.
So, yeah,
You're going
sure.
to continue with the presentation? Or?
Yeah, I'll just give you just a quick description of Southern SCU.
Yeah.
So, why Southern Cross University? Why choose Southern Cross University? So, the recent survey says that we have achieved 5-star student support, as I just said. Also, SCU graduates are earning the above average starting salary. So that means graduates from Southern Cross University are a bit ahead of other graduates from other universities. Also, graduate employment in various industries like health, education, IT, engineering. So these are the areas where most of our students are finding jobs within first 6 months of graduating. And this is something Southern Cross University is proud of. And also, as I mentioned, Southern Cross University is an regional university. We are a public university. So as I just said, we have three main campuses located in Gold Coast, Lismore, and Coffs Harbour. So in Gold Coast, we are right next to the Gold Coast Airport. And also, the National Marine Centre of Australia is located within our Coffs Harbour campus. So we offer a wide range of programs across different areas. So we cover business, engineering, marine, IT, arts, health, humanity, tourism, and hospitality management, and indigenous studies. And yeah, so let's go ahead from here. Yeah, over to you, Pradeep.
Right. So one thing that we would love to know, and I know most of the students have, now you speak about job opportunities for students who have enrolled with Southern Cross University. For a student who is going to come for Southern Cross University and going to start their studies, uh, what kind of support that you will be giving them to get internship? Do you provide something like that? How does it work, Ravi?
Yes, definitely. So career counseling is one of the supports that students get. And as I just mentioned, we have been ranked as #1 university for international student support, overall international student support. That's one of the things what we actually focus on. So from day one, when students arrive on campus, we have career counseling hub, which where we actually guide students training them to start writing resumes, how to even approach for part-time jobs. Also, it's a great experience for them to learn about Australian work culture. So we conduct workshops, we train students. Along with that, as part of their degrees, most of the undergraduate and postgraduate students can choose internships as part of their curriculum. So for that, we at SU interest work interest roles. So we are here to support them. Also, by the time the students graduate, we make sure students have at least a couple of job interviews before they walk out of the university. So that's an add-on advantage what they can get.
So normally, for a student who is starting their studies in Australia, I know it's 20 hours per week that they can work. What kind of jobs they can go for, and what will be the average pricing they will get per hour, kind of?
Okay. Sure. So, according to Fair Pay Australia and Doha, students actually can work 40 hours a fortnight. So, not necessarily 20 hours a week.
Mm.
It is 40 hours a fortnight. For example, if students have a huge workload a week, so if they are not working, the next week they can cover up that working hours.
Mm.
That's something.
Okay.
And
Mm.
according to Fair Pay Australia, anyone above 18 years of age, students can start earning around 17 to $18 minimum. Okay, so
Mm.
that's something students can do. Most of the students who study with us in Gold Coast campus, okay, Gold Coast is pretty much known for tourism. We have students working in cafes, restaurants. Some students work with the hotels around Gold Coast, and we also know some students who actually work within their areas. For example, within IT, small IT startups, IT or tourism startup companies. Also, students choose these companies to work part time.
Okay. I see most of the questions are coming now, and especially about scholarships. We'll be going to that later on.
Yes, sure.
Before that, Roy, so one thing that we will be asking most of the time, most of the students are asking at the moment is that, can we study in Australia? Is it open? Are the borders are open? What's happening? So if we start from that.
Okay. So if I think everyone is aware that Australia's first priority is health. So as of now, there have been also we heard that UK has released a vaccine, and Australia also had that as an option.
Mm.
However, Australia is looking at releasing some vaccines sometime early next year. So at this point of time, the international borders are restricted. However, recently, one state has started a pilot program from countries from South Asia, like Vietnam, Thailand, Singapore, and that was a successful pilot program for international students. So I expect, you know, uh, borders to be opened at least by mid of this year. I mean, coming 2021, so that students actually can fly into Australia. However, we are expecting some restrictions to it. Students might follow the quarantine procedures and all. So yeah.
So apart from the quarantine procedure, Roy, do you see any other legal changes in the enrollments, or anything that you got to know?
I think from a student point of view, the biggest change would be the education system, the hybrid system, because lately I think most of us started working online,
Mm.
started studying online, doing short courses online, and I think this is the future. This is something we'll be moving on. Even I'm an Australian graduate. I've graduated from my master's in 2015. Even back then, I had to study a couple of subjects online because I was doing internships. Okay, so when you're doing an internship, it might be impossible for students to attend classes at the same time. That's when I opted studying online. So I think studying one or two subjects online will be the routine now, moving forward. I think I would say that's much more efficient for students from my point of view, from my experience studying online, because they don't need to make an effort coming into the classroom, sitting there and attending lecture from one point of time to others. So it could be flexible. So it looks
Um,
like we are getting many questions down
yes,
there.
yes.
Yeah.
When it's come to that, Ravi, one thing that I would like to know about is that now we are moving to online platforms and we are learning on that. One of the things that from student perspective and the parent perspective, what they ask is that, okay, I want my student to go and study in Australia, but okay, I have the option of doing online. Will that affect his PR, or will that affect his post-study work visa, or will the student will get the proper education? So these are many questions we have from the parent side and from the student side. So
Mhm.
what do you say from the university background on that?
Uh, I think, yes, I've been asked the same question many times over and over. So to
Mm.
give more clarity, so Department of Home Affairs have clearly mentioned that students can enroll into a full-time degree, okay, into their bachelor's or a master's. So they can start studying online after applying for their visa. So after obtaining their student visa, Visa 500, subclass 500, so students have to maintain their full-time enrollment even online. That doesn't affect their post-study work visa. So students can still get eligible for the post-study work visa even they study online. So that has been cleared from Department of Home Affairs. And so you've also mentioned about PR. So I would say I might not be the right person to comment on the PR, but anything about education, I can help you out with.
So what are the benefits the student can get working studying through online, Ravi?
Great. One of the best things is students can actually save a lot of money studying online. One, and I would say I've been interacting with a few students lately who started studying online with us, and the kind of support that they are getting is is exceptional, because I have students enrolled across South Asia. I had students from India, Sri Lanka. I had a couple of students actually enrolled from Sri Lanka studying their bachelor's. The one-on-one support they get studying each and every subject, and it's really good. So this is what I get from students, and because this is online, students can get to book webinars with their lecturers, okay, and question and answer sessions with their lecturers, so they can get one-on-one sessions with them. And also, as I said, saving money, so they can save, especially undergraduate students. If you're listening this, Southern Cross University has a great opportunity where you could actually save more than 50% of your fees in your first year.
So anyone looking for scholarship, if you enroll online, you're actually saving 50% out of the entire,
More than
more than
50%.
50% from the
Yeah,
entire cost that you're going to spend while studying at Southern
in
Cross
the first
University
year.
in the first year.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
that's something good for anyone who's looking for options. Um, I know people might be quite eager to get to know about the scholarship, but before go for that, Ravi, one thing I want to ask is that now there's a bit of a dilemma saying, okay, how the process work as an online student. Okay, do I have to get my visa before, or do I have to go through the documentation before? So if you elaborate on that.
Sure. I'll just go through the application process. So, if a student is looking to study in Australia, study with us, so the simple way is to apply through one of our registered agents. Okay. So, with the application process, it's pretty simple. We have an application form, we have a statement of purpose template just to check what's the intention of student to study with us, and also a GT form. Along with these documents, we request student to provide us education and other additional supporting documents. So with that, we'll process the application. We'll issue an offer letter. Once the offer letter is issued, it could be conditional or unconditional. When the student accepts the offer letter, this is when we request a student to provide the financial documents that they will be using to submit to for the visa process. So once we give a financial clearance, meaning we tell students, yes, you can go ahead and pay your first subjects that you'll be studying. Once the payment is made, we provide students with a confirmation of enrollment. So this is something they could use to apply for a visa. So once the students gets their Australian visa successful done, so that's when they can enroll into the first intake subjects.
Okay. Um, so, um, so soon after a student enroll online, do they have to complete one semester in Sri Lanka, or as soon as the borders are open, can they fly? How does it work there, Ravi?
So as of now, we haven't heard much of when we haven't had clarity of when the borders will be open.
Mm.
So maintain the standards. So we encourage students to maintain a full-time enrollment. That means completing 8 units in a year. Okay. So because we have 3 intakes every year, March, July, and November. So across these 3 intakes, students can actually study 8 subjects. So it's a so my recommendation would be in the first intake, at least enroll in 3 subjects. So that's how you know what you'll be going through, and you know all the way through you have all support from the university as with assignments, understanding your lecturers, and all. So that shouldn't be a problem.
Okay. Now we'll come for the most asked question at the moment is that the scholarships. So as I know, at any given time, the first question they ask is, can I study in this particular country? And I want to apply for this particular university. And can
Yeah.
I apply for a scholarship? So that will be the third question that we normally expect. So if you elaborate on scholarships, Ravi, how does it work?
Sure. Particularly Sri Lanka, we have a special scholarship which is called International Student Diversification Scholarship, which is an $8,000 scholarship per year, which we have been offering for especially session one, March intake
Mm.
2021, which students can actually get it. So if that's a straight scholarship, a flat scholarship students can get, because if you look at undergraduate students, usually the courses are around 3 to 4 years. So $8,000 per year, which is 24 minimum of around $24,000. So which
Yeah.
is almost 1 year fees, right? And this is just one. And if students are choosing to study on our Lismore campus, we also have scholarship up on accommodation up to 6 months free accommodation.
Ah,
And besides the scholarship, what students can get from Southern Cross University, also students opting to study in our Lismore and Coxsabr campuses can also apply for Australian study destination scholarship. So this is something offered by Australian government. So it's 2 scholarships, and that's up to $15,000 per year.
so,
So it's
um,
it's all about good students coming in, applying,
yeah.
and get the best scholarship.
So I believe it's a Christmas gift. If you enroll for before 31st of March, you have 8,000 coming on a
Definitely,
flight.
definitely,
So,
definitely,
so
definitely, it's a Christmas gift.
So people, if you're planning to fly and if you want to study in Southern Cross University, $8,000, man, it's a huge amount, and it's 24,000 for 3 years. It's a worth deal to go ahead. And one thing that we want to Ravi, now we spoke about the other scholarship offered by the Australian government itself. Um,
Uh-huh.
so what is the eligibility for that? For example, now sometimes the student will ask, okay, can I apply for a full scholarship? So in
Yes.
a scenario like that, what is the minimum requirement the student should
Okay.
have?
Sure. To apply for that Australian sponsored scholarship, that so students have to be enrolled. Okay. That
Mm,
scholarship is offered for either Australian citizens, PR holders, or also international student visa holders. So that's
mm,
that's something good. And students have to be studying in the regional parts of the country. That's one of the conditions where all 3 campuses are in regional, but 2 of the campuses are comes under this scholarship. So Lismore and Cove Saba campuses. So students looking for this, and yeah, so there is no particular eligibility as of given out, but students studying in these regional campuses can be eligible to apply, and that's subject to assessment. Of course, I would say, good students are always encouraged. I think good students will never be disappointed with the scholarships.
So I believe we have answered many people on their scholarship requirement. And then moving forward, Ravi, one thing I want to know is that when it's come to online learning, because now that's going to be the game changer for the future, can a student do any courses at Southern Cross University online, or is there particular courses that they have to come and study at the campus itself?
I think I would say I think most of our programs what we offer are available online. Okay, so it's definitely, and yes, from my side, any program that you wanted to study with us onshore are available online for students to enroll. And we have had students who already started studying online since July 2020. So yeah, all the courses are online.
Right. I believe at the moment we can go for the intakes now, and any students who are looking for the March intake definitely can apply at the moment.
Yeah.
So moving on, Ravi, one thing that comes is that when it's come to the English knowledge, how does it work? Do they have to do IELTS, or is there any other options they can go for? Is there any special assessment done by the university?
So, as of now, considering the special guidelines from Department of Home Affairs, also, we need to consider the visa approvals. Okay, so to keep it standards, so we accept most common tests like IELTS, PT, TOEFL. Okay, so
Mm,
the entry requirement for English is subject to the program that students apply. Okay, I definitely say yes, a language is one of the key for students to succeed in Australia. However, that's not only the one. Okay, that's
mm.
not only. Yeah. So that's so also we for Sri Lankan students we are also offering ELICOS programs, 10 weeks of English programs if students do not meet English entry requirements. So that's also an option available for students. So I would say 5 to 10 weeks of English programs are available exclusively for Sri Lankan students to study with us.
So Ravi, if we have a student, a parent might ask, okay, I want to send my son or daughter after O level, that is 11th grade in Sri Lanka,
Mhm.
which the student might be under 18 years of age. So
Yes.
what are the facilities we have for those kind of students who are studying at Southern Cross University?
Okay, so especially considering the under 18 students, I think according to Doha, we need to follow certain rules and guidelines, to recruit these students. So it comes starting from accommodations, and students have to be signed and supervised all the time. And someone can, other than the student, can actually accompany them to Australia if they wanted to live with the student.
Right.
And yes, we do have on-campus facilities. However, because of this travel restrictions at the moment, students cannot travel to Australia at this point of time. But yes, we do support students under 18 years of age.
Now we have got a one question from a person who's, I believe, for doing want to do the masters.
Uh-huh.
Kindly let us know whether Southern Cross has RTP for masters or not. I'm not quite sure the abbreviation for RTP here.
Me neither. What is RTP? Maybe they could explain us.
Yes, I believe you can rewrite to us with the
Yeah,
abbreviation of RTP.
maybe if they are looking for accreditations, yes, I think
Mm,
I think all our programs are accredited with the bodies, and it's all good. So I'm not sure what RTP is,
yes,
but yeah.
same here. Uh, I think we got a question from the research training programs.
Oh yeah, we have, as I mentioned, we have more than 23 areas of research. Yes, we also offer master's programs based on research. So if you're looking for a research-based programs, you can actually directly contact me. Okay, so you can also find contact Southern Cross University on Facebook. We have a
Mm.
Facebook page, Southern Cross University South Asia directly if you're looking into research programs, and we can help you out. Also, you can find supervisors on our website and we can assist you with that.
Right. So Ravi, one thing that we have seen with the current trends in the market, there are a lot of people wants to apply for a PhD. And I
Mhm.
know the process is a bit different compared to a normal bachelor or master when we apply for a PhD. Can you
Mhm.
take us through that process as well for the benefit of the students who
So
are
it's
listening?
definitely. So on our Southern Cross University website, we have clearly outlined the current research areas and the professors who are actually assisting students. So it's as simple as students who are looking for research areas. So please visit our websites, go through the topics, go through the professor's preference. If you're interested, please contact us and we'll take it from there. So it's all about you choosing the topic. What's so if your preferred topic is in the list, what we offer, yeah, you
Mhm.
can apply.
So after they apply, they can talk to the agent directly, and we can facilitate on that particular service.
Yes,
Uh, but
that's correct.
but
And
at
and directly, yes,
Yeah, but before that, they have to get the professor from Southern Cross University. Then they have to take it from there and do it then.
that's right. That's right.
Right. Ravi, the other question that we have, like the foundation programs for the O levels,
Hmm.
we have people who are married and they want to go for their masters. Uh,
Hmm.
Most of the time, what we see is that they have done their bachelor's like 10 years ago, and they have been very
Hmm.
focused about their work, and
Uh-huh.
now they just want to see whether they can do a master's in a foreign country. So in a
Yeah.
situation like that, what will be the things that you would be saying for the student? Is it possible to go for a master's on that time, or is it not?
Y- Yes, definitely, because looking back, one of the advantages studying in Australia is Australian universities also consider work experience,
Mm.
you know, as an eligibility to get into a particular degree. For example, I can give you an example. If a student is from a non-IT background, they have an undergraduate degree from a non-IT background, graduated, and they've worked in the IT industry for more than 5 to 10 years. Okay, so they can directly get into a master's degree in IT, considering the fact that they have IT work experience. So yes, that's doable. That's not a problem. But again, the eligibility is subjected to the course they apply. Yes, there are plenty of students doing that. And with married cases, as you were just mentioning, considering the guidelines from Department of Home Affairs, so students who are married over a year are eligible to apply to study overseas.
So if you are thinking to go for a dependent visa, that's one thing that you have to remember is you have to be married more than 1 year. Just married and trying to go may not work. Um,
Yes, unfortunately.
so Ravi, the other thing that most of the time the kids ask and the student asks is that, okay, I will manage my initial funding, then can I work and pay the university fee? It's not advisable normally,
Yeah,
and we would like to hear from your side as well how tough it's going to be, and what are things that they have to be taken care
yeah,
of.
yeah. From my side, I would say that is impossible in most of the time with most of the students, unless you're doing a PhD. Okay, that's one
Mm.
thing, because uh, your first intention is to study full time in Australia. So when I say full time, see, when I was a student in Australia, I used to spend at least 30 to 40 hours studying, either attending classes, attending labs, doing my assignments. So if I am spending 30 to 40 hours a week studying, I hardly think I'll have time to work. See, that's one of the factors, because one, in Australia, you can work part time and earn money. That's right. You have your rights to working part time. And two, you will be only studying, if it's a master's program, 2 to 3 years, depending upon the course. If it's a bachelor's, 3 to 4 years, depending upon the program. And the benefit of studying in Australia is post study work visa. For example, if you're opting to study in Gold Coast, students are eligible to work for 3 years in Australia. If you're looking for Lismore and Cove Saba, it's 4 years. So this is an advantage. Study when you're meant to study, and rest of the time you can work. Once you complete your education, once you graduate,
Mm.
you have plenty of time to work. And I definitely do not encourage students thinking of, initially I can manage, but work and pay off my tuition fees is definitely not the approach. That
Uh,
will affect their education. Yeah, their grades especially. Grades are all what matters when you're looking for a professional job.
yeah. And as you were tapping into the post-study work visa, Ravi, so a student who are not studying at the major part of the cities, they can go for extended peer post-study work visa. Am I right on that?
Yes,
You're
yes.
mentioning
So
on that.
regional
Mm.
cities and regional areas have additional benefits of, so for example, compared to students studying in metropolitan cities like Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane, students studying in Gold Coast has an extra 1 year of post-study work visa, where students opting to study in Lismore and Cove Saba can get up to four extra 2 years.
So one question a student might ask is that, okay, yes, I'm getting a 1 year extended post-study work visa, but will I be able to do a part-time job, or how is the situation going to be on a regional area? So if you elaborate on that part.
See, in regional areas, yes, you'll find part-time jobs, okay? No matter where you live, there are supermarkets, there are restaurants, there are motels, hotels everywhere. Especially one of the benefits in regional areas is you also have an option of working in farms. I love to share one of my experiences where I worked on a strawberry farm, okay, at the time of fruit picking.
Mm.
One of my best memories is I enjoyed eating strawberries at the same time I've been working.
Okay.
That's one of the great experiences. Okay, and
Mm.
see, this is a great experience, a unique experience that you can actually get studying in regional parts of the country.
Mm. So that will answer some of the questions that, okay, I have to find a university near the major cities so I can find a part-time job. Actually, you can find jobs, and actually you can go for extended post-study work visa as well. Um,
So
um,
just answer a few questions. So I've seen some students asking what are the price, what were the cost of the degrees.
mm,
So I highly recommend you to visit our website, or just it's www.scu.edu.au. Just in the search box, type in the course, search for the course that you're looking for, and you have the price straight up front.
okay. So definitely, there will be a lot of information you can get from the university website, and also you can talk to us, and definitely we'll be following up with you all as well to give more customized options for you. Um, I think we have answered the questions about can I study and work? Yes, you can do. So Ravi, the final thing, I think, as we have answered the many of the questions, final thing I would love to ask Ravi is that with the current situation, uh, we know the students are going to get, now we spoke about the scholarship as well. What is the, what compared to any other country, why they should go and study in Australia? If you answer on that particular angle.
Sure. See, Australia has an added benefit of offering students a post-study work visa. Okay, that's one. And at the same time, something have to be noted that Australia has a high demand of skilled migrants compared
Mm,
to most of the countries. So look at the population of Australia, the supply and demand, okay, and the quality of education that students can actually get. Um, a best example would be most of the degrees that are offered in Australia are accredited globally. So no matter which country you go, no matter if even if you are planning to come back to your own country and use the degree, yes, they are accredited, and that they are much accepted by most of the companies. So definitely the quality, the standards are pretty high when it comes to education in Australia. and quality of life is incredible.
Okay. Thanks, Ravi. And the final thing that I want to ask is what is the final takeaway points that you would prefer to give for the students who are thinking to fly to Australia and looking about the upcoming intake?
Guys, my point straight to people looking to study in Australia is please do not step back just because the borders are closed. Okay, according to Department of Home Affairs, students are encouraged to apply for your visas, start enrolling online, and when the borders are open, of course, students who already have an Australian visa and who are studying online are given the priority to come into Australia. Okay, so definitely don't hold back yourself. Please, commit to yourself. Make sure, look for courses, what's available, what's best for you. Approach your agent, discuss what's the best program for you, and apply to study. And no application fees. You don't pay unless you confirm that you wanted to study in Australia. No application fees. You know, Previously you were just asking me what's the benefit of applying for Australia. You only pay for the subjects that you study. No application fees, nothing.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Ravi, for being part of this webinar series and sharing your knowledge and the benefits that we can get from Southern Cross University. Thanks
My
for the
pleasure.
time. So people
Thank you.
who have been part of today's webinar, we would like to say thank you for all of you. And if you have any details you require furthermore, you can go to our website, the internationaluniversityhub.com, or you can call us through 0701 070 and we'll also follow up with all of you to see what are the expectations you have and what kind of requirements you have. We'll get in touch with you as well. And as Ravi correctly said, the entire process is free. It's you will only pay for the scholarship fees that you're going to pay for the university, and there's so much of benefits you can get out of that as well. Thank you then. Thanks, Ravi. See you soon
Yeah.
again.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Lovely. Bye.
You take care.
Yeah. You too.